friends, this is B and welcome back to my channel. Today we'll talk about how I use the Hobonichi HON as a commonplace lifebook. If you're not familiar with Hobonichi, this is their latest edition. And the other offerings that they have are the cousin, you've got the day free, and then you have the Hobonichi weeks, and then you'll have the original techo. In essence, this is like an original techo when it comes to its contents, and then the cover is similar to the weeks. And with that, you're able to use this as is, or you can use it together with a clear cover or any of the covers that you prefer, or even use it with this one, their polyester covers. But when this was released back in 2022 for their 2023 lineup, this particular design, which is called the slash, actually came with this cardstock cover. So when you're finished, you can just slide that one in here. But now they offer clear covers for the HON size, like what I have in here for the 2024 edition. So this one is one piece. This particular model, and for the other ones, it actually comes with the pencil board. So you cannot get this particular pencil board as is. It all comes with all of the Hobonichi HONs. For 2024, it now comes in both sizes, which is for the A6 as well as for the A5. When it comes to commonplacing, I started it off doing digitally, and that was actually using the application called Evernote. And one of the benefits of it would be you can literally do that anywhere as long as you have the internet, whether you do it through your phone, your computer, anywhere. And then with that, you also have huge amount of space depending on your subscription. And one of the other features that I also like for Evernote specifically, I'm not sure with the other ones, is the search feature, which can search literally amongst any of your photos, documents, PDF. You just type in what you're looking for, it'll give the results for you. And one of the downsides though is that at the end of the day, it's a subscription. And what happens if you can no longer pay, and who owns your data? Now, when it comes to analog, it still has the same thing, pros and cons. So when it comes to analog, you are restricted to the number of pages of the notebook. Like in this case, you've got the Hobonichi HON. And then at the same time, you're gonna be eating storage space. And obviously, for whatever reason, if there is like a natural disaster or it gets lost or stolen, it's gone. However, writing things down in terms of what is important to you when it comes to commonplacing, you are making it intentional compared to you typing on a keyboard, putting some things, grabbing things from other websites and so on. And then I will still continue to pay for the notebooks. However, one of the benefits versus the digital is that this is made by Hobonichi. I bought it. Whatever I write on it, it is mine. I own the data. So with that in mind, that's when I made the decision to transfer everything from digital to analog. Before I do a flip through of this Hobonichi HON, you can use any type of notebook of your choice. It's just a preference of mine to go this route because I'd like to catalog it year by year. So currently I have two, so 2023, 2024, and so on. And it will also show what are the things I got interested in at that point in time. I hope that makes sense. So for the flip through, the calendar, it's just calendar. I don't really do anything with this part. And then you have the yearly index. The yearly index serves as a table of content. So if you're also doing like bullet journaling, you have the index, also the same thing. And then whatever I have referenced in here would correspond to the page. So for example, let me flip over. For example, here we've got March 15. So for the month of March, What I actually have here is from March 14. From March 14 to the 23rd, I'm pretty much talking about Mina Perhonen. So if I flip to that page, pretty much all of the releases that they came with, so I just printed them all so I can see how the colors looks like, and then just paste it on in here. So you've got 2015. So it started off 2013, 14, and then 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I think this is until 2023. And the designs that you see in here are all in A6 size. Now, that's the yearly index. Now, for the daily pages, I ignored the meaning of the dates themselves because the purpose of the dates are page numbers. So imagine in a book you've got chapter 1 pages, chapter 1-1-2-3, something like that. It's the same concept for the daily pages. And then for the monthly, I actually had a bit of trouble with the monthly part because what you see here for the January, what I actually did first was, like, you have, like, for example, I go back to that first example, the V60 technique. When I go to the monthly section, it says refer to YouTube for the process. So it's like an extension. And then after doing that for a month, I actually continue it the following one towards here. It didn't make any sense because when I was doing a review, what I was merely doing in terms of my commonplacing is that I would refer to the yearly index and then straight to the daily pages. So instead, to put a better use of the monthly section, I actually use this one instead, starting on this second week, towards the end of December, as media consumption. And if you've been following me on Instagram, this sticker, pop-up sticker right here, it actually initially was here on the side. And because it comes with the sleeve, if I would to close it in here, it was actually messing it up. So sometimes some of these will actually come off. So what I did instead is I was just putting them month by month. So as you can see, it's just like moving in different spaces so it doesn't concentrate the bulkiness in this part. So that's what you have for this one. So January, February, so that this is how it looks like that, 11 and then 12. Now going back to the monthly, I actually use the December portion as like a legend or key. So I do have these ones, so the ones under books, TV show, movies, and then the blog articles. These are actually the Deco Rush. So it's actually this two. So I just use them in here. And then for this one, this is the Eric Small Things stamp. And the legends that I have would be if I consume books, blogs, or articles online, it will be this one, whatever the design is. And then for TV shows or movies, it will be this one. And then for podcast or music, it'll be the Eric Small Things stamp. It is actually this one, this particular one. And then you can use any type of coding for your index, whether you use like a highlighter or maybe a sticker, anything like that. So if I use, okay, let's use March. So here, what I would actually do is every time I would start reading something. So for example, here we have MBTI. I actually took the test. So my result was INTJA. That's when I did on March 4th. And then I also read something about annotating. So that was on the 5th. And then I read the book, the Daily Stoic. So sometimes I would just flip it over. And then for the TV shows and then movies, for movies, it's pretty straightforward when I watch the movie. for TV shows, for example, here, IU, You're the Best. This TV series is 50 episodes, which is an hour each. I will only put it when it's the first time I watch it. So here I watch that. And then here's another one, a K-drama called The Glory. And then the last one, which is podcast and music, like here, Jisoo Flower album. And then here I was listening to the Stationery Cafe episode 100. So something like that. So at least I can get a snapshot of, I don't have something for January, but February onwards towards December, that's how it looks like. And then for the daily one, as I mentioned, these are like page numbers. The boxes in here, I would just indicate the title. So it's very simple, and you can actually just do this on plain notebook, but this is my preference. So that's it. If you have any questions or anything at all, comment down below. Thank you so much again for watching. I'll see you on the next one.